Right, ladies and gentlemen, again another chain item in the dependent origination we are going to discuss, which is Passa, or the contact, touch. So there's also another interesting item in this chain, element in this chain. Um, this Passa means, actually, before we get into that, we have to understand we're talking about our normal dependent origination, which is um, running through a normal person, which ending up with this suffering. So in the dependent origination, it's a eva meva lassa keva lassa dukkha khandassa samudyo hoti. It means dukkha khandassa means ending with the suffering. So that is the dependent origination we are talking about now. So it means it was started with the ignorance. A person who has ignorance, this dependent origination we are talking about. It's not like arahants or Buddhas or Pacheka Buddhas dependent origination. That's totally different. So in our dependent origin, there are many types of dependent originations. So we're talking about that instant dependent origination now. It's not like a birth related dependent origination. So in our daily life, there are thousand, million, billions of dependent originations goes in split of a second. So we really don't want to go into that deep depth knowledge, but just understand what normal dependent origination is. So because of the things we do in our daily life, so this leads to the rebirth as well. So that's the general dependent origination we are talking about. In this dependent origination, now we are going to describe about the passa, or the contact. So this is really called, even though this says passa, the contact, it says is some passa. Some passa means anything you get into the contact with the attachment. So as I said, then we talk about, we are talking about ignorance, and then actions, consciousness, nama rupa, salayatana, passa, everything related with this attachment. Okay, so we talk about the salayatana in our previous clip. The salayatana means we are using our just normal elements to get the things we attach. When I say, for example, our eye. We are using our eye to attract the beautiful scenery. Just go and see a waterfall, and see a beautiful view from a mountain, or the flower garden. So, so with that salayatana, because of this attachment, we use our indriya, we convert that into salayatana. So because of this converted item, the eye with the attachment, now we use that to get in touch with the beautiful sceneries. And when you see that flower garden, or beautiful waterfall, or beautiful girl, and then we get into contact with that, so that is called passa, sparsha, or the contact. But we have to understand that contact takes place with attachment, so the clinging. So because of that attachment, this leads us to issue the karmic energy, and then it goes on, and it leads us to another rebirth. So as we explained, the eye, the ear is also the same. So the ear we use to listen to music, and the music and the ear contact with attachment. That is called sampassa. Then that contact, that getting together, so called passa. So for all the six senses, we call that attachment, the surrounded, the contact surrounded by that attachment. So that is called passa. So that is the one element in this chain, dependent origination. So for the arahants, or the Buddhas, or the Pacheka Buddhas, when they get into contact, that attachment part is not there. So as we discussed in previous clips as well, because of this attachment is not there, then it doesn't end up with the suffering. That's a different type of dependent origination. But for us, because of the attachment, this does lead us to the suffering. So I hope you understand that. So that's it for today. So come up with another video later. So bye for now. Teruan Sarma.